Okay, Pierce County. Let's go there because voters have chosen a new sheriff. Keith Swank is a former Seattle police captain who spent 33 years with the department, retiring in 2023 as night watch commander. Check this out.
One of the things I'm going to talk to people about is about evil. And there really is evil in the world. And just because you're young doesn't mean you can't be evil, because there are evil people out there. There are people who are evil and there will never be change. We can ask about it and pray for it, do all that stuff, but there is evil in the world that always have been, there always will be. And I'm going to be there as your sheriff to help make sure that we tame that evil a little bit.
Okay, real quick. I don't disagree with him.
Yeah.
I don't. So far, so good. I don't disagree.
Right. I think I'd like to think that most are redeemable, but I think he makes a point. And a lot of times in law enforcement, you come face to face with that evil.
No doubt.
And it's not. Yeah. Okay. But let's tell you a little bit more because Sheriff-elect Swank made those comments to the Washington State GOP after an introduction from Representative Jim Walsh. Swank received numerous commendations for his work with SPD, but he also left the department after numerous controversial social media posts.
Okay.
Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
When House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries wrote that gun violence was the leading cause of death for children in America, Swank wrote, black males are the leading cause of death for children in America. And by the way, this is not true. In case you're tempted to think that, I've actually looked at the leading cause of death, way prior to this, and that's just not the case.
So Keith, wait, real quick. So Keith Swank said what?
That black males are the leading cause of death for children in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he complained that federal oversight of SPD was for, quote, made up things. After a trans woman was elected to Congress in Montana, he tweeted, "You are a man, not a woman." He posted that bestiality and pedophilia are part of the LGBTQ community.
Oh.
And then last March, he said it's time for Republican prosecutors across the country to start investigating Pelosi, Schumer, Swalwell. I'm giving you names. Now find the crimes. There's more.
Yeah.
So
this is the same Keith Swank that said that God came to him in a hot tub and told him to run for sheriff down in Pierce County. Wow. So I didn't know those things about Keith Swank. I did find it interesting that his opponent, the challenger in this race, who he beat out, Patty Jackson, had all of the endorsements from most of the people down in Pierce County, including the last sheriff. So wait a minute, Ed Troyer, the last sheriff, didn't endorse Keith Swank? All right, I wasn't prepared for that.
I have to tell you, for me, this was an example of, I think, so often media, we are guilty of it. I think in our own households, we are guilty of it. We focus on the elections that everyone's talking about, right? We're focusing on the governor. We're focusing on the president. And meanwhile, this kind of slips under the radar because I would have talked about this a long time ago because let me tell you all the bottom line. There was a very qualified woman who did not get this position and, in my opinion, should have. This woman has spent more than 30 years working in Pierce County, in the Pierce County Sheriff's Office. She has a glowing record. She has partnered with the community. She has innovated on various programs, working on related to drugs and getting to the root cause of addiction. She was endorsed not only by Ed Troyer, but by former Pierce County Sheriff Paul Pastor. I mean, I could go on and on. But the bottom line is she lost to someone who is an outsider, unrelated to Pierce County, with a history of saying things that are not true.
Then I blame.
And that is not okay, and it's disgusting.
Then I also blame myself.
I own it
personally,
too. I'll
blame myself because I live in Pierce County. I knew about this race. Patty Jackson is the one that got my vote. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think one time we talked about the race for sheriff down in Pierce County here on the show. And I did not know about those comments. And it's interesting that now talking about these comments after the election, yeah, you're right.